What up, though? All praises go to the Most High, man. It's your boy Trail, man. And today, we about to go deep, man. I feel inspired to talk to y'all about the 7 laws of the universe, man. The 7 laws of Hermeticism, man. These laws is real important, man. For real. It's like if you go to a new place and you don't know the laws, you don't really know how to navigate. You don't really know how to operate around there. You might be from a place where weed legal, you know what I mean? And if you don't know the laws of that place, you might get jammed up. You can't go to Indiana with just no weed. You thinking it's sweet, like you in a D or something, or like you in Cali or something. It ain't sweet. It's zero tolerance, you feel me? So that's why these laws is important, so we can know how to navigate and operate through, through our universe, flat out. So the first law, man, the law of mentalism, man, it's saying all is mind, man. The universe itself is conscious. Like, it's thinking just how you thinking. And it's so crazy because I know all y'all done been thinking about a person and they call y'all. You know what I mean? So just some crazy stuff where all y'all might be thinking about something and it pop up on the commercial, on the ad on YouTube or something. You know what I mean? That's literally the law of mentalism. Like, that's showing you your thoughts that you admitting, like something is receiving it and giving you that back. You know what I mean? For real. The second law is the law of correspondence, man. As above, so below. So, with this law, as above, so below, we can go deep with this, you know what I mean? Because just look at the sky. During the daytime, the sky blue and the water blue. The sky above, the water below. But guess what? When you go deep into space, it's dark. When you go deep into water, to the ocean or to the lake, wherever you at, it's dark. You know what I mean? That's as above, so below. You know what I'm saying? Then think about your brain. You know what I mean? Your brain digests stuff, and your brain, your brain kind of think for you. But then think about your stomach. You know what I mean? Your brain is above your stomach now. We all know that. We all know that. But your stomach digests stuff, and your stomach give you them gut feelings. So it's kind of like your stomach think. You know what I'm saying? So then, boom. The law of vibration, man. This one's super easy. This the law of attraction. You know what I'm saying? This like magnetism. You know what I mean? How the earth always moving. And then, it's vibrating. Our body is always vibrating. These cells, everything on it. Our thoughts is vibrating. When I'm speaking, my words is vibrating. And it's like manifestation because you speak things into existence. You know what I mean? When you thinking stuff, to go back to the law of mentalism, you thinking stuff and it's coming into existence, but with this law of, with the law of vibration, it go a lot with your feeling, man. It go a lot with your feeling. You can't just be thinking no good stuff all day, but feeling so bad, like your vibrations is low. You know what I mean? You in a low vibe, like you really like deflecting your manifestation. You got to be thinking good stuff and feeling good stuff, as well as doing the actions that, go with it. You know what I'm saying? Then they got, boom, number 4, the law of polarity. This all things have opposites. This hot and cold, this yin and yang, this 2 sides to every coin, heads and tails, this man and woman, husband and wife, this everything have an opposite. You know what I mean? And this law is a law that really help you because you can't, it's like everything have an opposite, but you can choose to see the good in everything. You know what I mean? Some people might get some cold water and be like, oh, it's too cold. Some people might get some cold water and be like, it's refreshing. You know what I mean? Some people might get some hot water and be like, oh, it's too hot. But some people might get some hot water and be like, oh, this finna clean out my digestive system. This finna help me get over a cold. You know what I mean? So it's always 2 ways to see everything. And this help when you manifesting because you're conscious of seeing the good in everything in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, it's the law of rhythm. You know what I mean? The law of rhythm, man. The law of rhythm, man, is really just divine timing, man. Like the seasons, you know what I'm saying? You seeing these seasons. You seeing winter, spring, summer, fall. That's the law of rhythm. You know, it's flowing. It's flowing in and out. You know, it's 24 hours in a day. It go from 12 in the morning to 12 in the morning. But that's a rhythm. You know, it go 12, 1, 2, 3, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, it's in a rhythm. It's in a flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, the law of rhythm really, really is like a slept-on law, y'all, because it can help you stay out of so much trouble and so much unnecessary stuff, because you would just know when it's your time. You know what I mean? Like, you would be able to know when it's your time. Like, okay, boom, I'm finding money all around. You know, people hitting me up trying to give me stuff. Like, oh, it must be my time to shine. Everything just going in your favor. Like, oh, it must be my time to shine. Like, you know what I mean? Let me get it while it's getting good. You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa. It'll let you know, like, oh, man, I'm just not feeling it. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody picking up for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm losing money. I'm losing stuff left and right. You know what I mean? And, like, it'll help you so much, because when it's your time, you will hit the gas. You will hit the gas. You will hit the gas. And when it's your time to chill, you go in the crib, man, and just be with your family. You know, you don't make no super serious business moves. You don't really, you know, it's just time to chill. You can peep that through the law of rhythm. You understand? So then number 6, you know, the 6th law of the universe, you know, is the law of cause and effect. Now, this law is really like, this law is really just assuring you of the other laws. You know what I mean? It's saying cause and effect. You know what I mean? Like, if you plant strawberries, you're not finna get no grapes. You know what I mean? Like, if you thinking bad and feeling bad stuff finna happen. Like, it's cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you working out, you know, you gonna get the benefits from working out. You know what I mean? Whether that's better health, or, you know, a better physique, et cetera, et cetera. If you sitting on the couch just eating junk food all day, you finna get the consequences of doing that, whether it's getting bigger or bad health. You know what I mean? It's the law of kind of correspondence. What you put in is what you gonna get, you know, flat out. Then we got number 7, man, the law of gender, man. The law of gender. This an easy law as well, you know what I mean? This is basically saying everything have masculine and feminine aspects, you know what I mean? Like, look at me, I'm a man, you know? I look super masculine on the outside, but on the inside, I'm empathetic, you know what I mean? I'm loving, I'm kind, you know, some of those things, I'm nurturing to my kids. Like, a lot of those things are feminine aspects. But then you look at a woman, you know, you might meet some women that's super aggressive, you know, super pushy, you know what I'm saying? Or some women that's super, you know, I don't want to say masculine, but just super strong. You know what I mean? They got strong personality. They got strong characteristics. Like they might do some stuff you like, you know what I mean? You chilling with them, they might just start acting like a nigga a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, everybody got that masculine and feminine aspect. You know what I mean? And then, even in nature, look at nature. A plant has seeds. You know, seed, that's like from a woman. Like, women have seeds. You know, they got eggs. Then, but a plant also has the pollen. You know what I mean? And the pollen is like, you know, the life, the semen. You know, it's putting, you know, it's populating the world. You know, the pollen, the bees spreading the pollen. So it's like a feminine and a masculine aspect. But everything has feminine and masculine to it. You know what I mean? Even music. Music can have, you know, either you can have a rapper on it who coming off aggressive and, you know, more masculine, but it might be a super melodic beat. You know what I mean? And these things flow all the time, or vice versa. It might be an aggressive beat, but have like a super subtle, like super calm, like super attractive voice to it. You know what I mean? But all of these laws, man, like I said, I made some videos on that go way more. I could talk forever about these laws. There's so many examples of it, but I feel like if you want to know God, you want to know the Most High, you got to know the laws he put out here. These his laws. The law of the universe. Everybody call God the universe nowadays. We got to understand that. It's just like everybody at one point in time called him Jehovah, or not Jehovah, or maybe Allah at one point in time. You know, people call the Most High different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we just in an age right now where people are referring to the Most High as the universe. So we got to understand these universal laws, man, for real. They very important, man. You know, I love y'all, man. Good thoughts, good vibes, man. In a minute.